Hello, welcome to Beyond Talks. My name is Lucy.
And my name is Audrey.
Very welcome. On today's episode, we are going to be having a special guest.
Yes.
Her name is Abby. She's a writer and she's the author of Uninterrupted Faith. This lovely book over here.
Yes.
She's going to be talking about her journey, her experiences of writing a book, which I felt inspired just by listening and watching and seeing what she was saying.
Yeah, definitely. We're excited for you guys to meet her. She's going to touch upon her own experiences and some of the things that she found a bit challenging, how she overcame them. And maybe if you're wondering, uninterrupted faith, what is faith in the beginning? Well, we talk about it. So please do come in and tune in, and hopefully you'll be activated in one way or another.
I hope you're able to pick up one or two points and you're able to understand and see the journey, because as we have cancelled 2020, there are a lot of things that you could do in this year. This book was published within this period of the COVID. As people saying everything has been cancelled, like it's no more this and that. Well, people are publishing books. They're actually releasing amazing things. So anyway, this is going to be a story and a journey for you to learn, to get inspired, and to understand no matter where you are, what age you are, what kind of person you are, where you live, you can still do it and you can still make it.
Definitely. We are here to activate your passion, guys, and hopefully you'll be activated by Abby's story.
That is true. Anyways, let's get into the interview where you'll have Audrey, and she'll be speaking to Abby and having fun as well. And I won't be able to be on it, but Audrey will do everything and she'll deliver the best as she can.
See you guys.
Bye.
Bye. Hello guys, welcome to Beyond Talks. My name is Audrey, and today, as you can see or you can hear, well, you're going to hear, I have a special guest with me, Abigail. And Abby, she is a phenomenal woman. Her story is just amazing, and I cannot wait for you guys to hear a little bit more about herself. Hi Abby, can you introduce yourself please?
Hi, thank you for having me. Hi everybody, my name is Abby and I'm so excited to be here. I can't wait to get into this and start talking, and for all of you to hear all about this.
Yes, definitely. So guys, stay tuned, join us in this discussion. Alright, so Abby, how have you been?
Great. I've been really good, thank you.
That's amazing, amazing. So me and Abby, we know each other
from time,
but we haven't seen each other for a while. How has things been? How have you been coping?
It's been good. Actually, just to give a background, I remember like a few years ago we made contact and we're like, we should do this, because we both sing as well. We should do some singing, collaborate and everything. And then what happened?
What happened? Now several years, has passed by, but wow! And this year has been an amazing year for you personally, and obviously you have just released a book.
I have.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
I cannot wait for us to hear the journey of you just releasing the book and just a bit about your personal story, because we know that this year has been a year where people would have looked at it and said, you know what, this year I have every right not to do something that I've been wanting to do. But can you tell us, for you, how did you actually just said, you know what, regardless, I am going to release this book?
Do you know what, I think at the time that I was, this year when I started writing this book, the book was on pause. I'd stopped writing for a very long time.
Wow.
I just recently moved to London. So I life was busy. The book was not in my mind at all. And then the lockdown happened. All these things happened. And it sort of gave me a step back to think about, to evaluate my life and just to see what I need to do, what I need to focus on. And that's when I started. I thought, let me bring this out. Let me start writing. And to be fair, sometimes we spend our lives being so busy being busy that we don't really prioritize things. And for me, this year was perfect to really knuckle down, focus, and just go for it.
That's amazing. So as you know, here at Beyond Talks, we just go through the journey, people's journey. And what are some of the advice that you'd give somebody who is in a position where they feel like maybe the environment, or maybe there's something going on, like for example, you had a lot of things, you know, going on, but still you found the time, you know, to just release the book. What is it that made you be able to release the book? Do you think it was just you just saying, I'm going to go for it, or what was it for you?
I think it's a mixture of things, actually. Experiences, you know, the life change, the environmental changes as well. But I think for me it was important, you know, if you're sort of like trying to focus on something specifically that you want to achieve, I would say, like, I always say, try and step away from yourself for a second. Like, you know that saying that they say, it's the picture is easier to see when you're out of it. Do you know what I mean? So like, I had to step out of what was going on in my personal life and really evaluate it and think, do I actually need this? Do I need that? And really start to prioritize things. But mainly, the book came out of just my experiences and the experiences of other people. And I thought, let me piece all this stuff together and just create something that people can relate to.
Oh wow, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. So, what's the title of the book?
The title is called Uninterrupted Faith.
Uninterrupted Faith. Such a powerful title. And I love that you said, you know, the book is combined with some of your experiences and others. Is there something that particularly you can just share what you went through that is in the book that, you know, can activate somebody and, you know, can just is linked to the book?
Do you know what, the experiences I've put in here are a mixture. There's a mixture of experiences, both positive and negative. And so sometimes it's also important to take note of the positive experiences in your life and not just the negatives. But the reason I've called it Uninterrupted Faith is because I wanted to look at the idea of, you know, life gets busy, as we've already said, and what will it take for you to really narrow your vision, not narrow it in a negative way, but narrow it and focus on that thing that you want to achieve, with you know, regardless of what people or the environment is saying to you. What, you know, how do you do that? And how do you, when it comes to faith, how do you resolve situations that are intangible? Do you know what I mean? In an intangible way. Because sometimes, you know, things we go through are emotional, you know, internal, and we don't see it.
So, and you don't, I think, like what we're saying even before, you know, the fact that this year was a blessing in disguise because it's given us the opportunity to sit back and really reflect and look and be like, what has been going on? How do I actually really feel? What is going in my mind? So that's great. That's really great.
So there's some you know, interesting experiences. I think I can pick on one particular funny experience when I was younger with my mom that I've put in there. And I remember mom came, we were in Zambia and we were in a hotel room, and my mom was in the bathroom having a bath. My dad was downstairs with my sisters, etc. And I was looking at the phone and I'm like, and I was hungry. I'm telling you, I was hungry. Next to the phone, there was a menu, and I decided to dial the number, restaurant, and I literally ordered the whole menu on the on the menu thing, on the whole food.
Sis ordered the whole menu.
Literally, all of it. Mom was still in the bathroom. And then anyway, they came in and they brought like 4 trolleys of food. I've ordered like God knows how many ice cream sundaes. And my mom came out and she looked at this and she was like, oh my God, looked at me. And I was there like, But you know what, when I look, it seems like a ridiculous example. But when I look back at it, and in relation to uninterrupted faith, the reason I put that example in there is like, sometimes we can think like, you know, the things we desire or what our goals are so big that we, you know, we always have to have a way of like, I need to have all this and that before I can start doing that. And sometimes you don't have to start. You don't have to have everything. You just have to make a start.
Definitely.
I didn't know. I definitely knew I'm not paying for that food, but I had to make a start on the order. Do you know what I mean? I knew. You know, at the end of the day, my mom had to pay for it. But you know, it's having that. You know, it's having to take that first step without seeing the rest of the staircase. Do you know what I mean?
That is so good.
And that's the reason I've called it uninterrupted faith. So don't be scared of what you've not seen yet. But just have faith in what you
have. That's right. For the people that are listening, and somebody is like, you know what, I thought that I have faith, but maybe my faith is shakeable, or what is even, they're now starting to question what faith is. In your own words, what is faith? What is having faith?
I think I would say, in the more, when you think about faith, you automatically think religion, which is fair enough. It is a religious terminology.
Yeah.
But when you think about, hope, we say, oh, I hope this happens. I hope that happens. But when we all have an element of faith. Definitely. It's just about developing it. And faith gets shaken, and that it gets interrupted. That's why I've called uninterrupted, because it does get interrupted by life, and it's not because you don't have it, just because sometimes you get distracted. So I think it's just about developing your faith, and when you understand who you are, it's a lot easier to be selective about what you pay attention to, or who you pay attention to.
Yeah, and that's amazing. Like you said, when you know who you are, you know where you are going, where you are headed to. And even the previous, as you guys know, we have been talking about owning your story. You know that when you own your story and your experiences, you're able to actually navigate and say, these are the steps that I need to take for me to go to this place. So that is wonderful. Wow. Yeah. So okay, so why should somebody get the book? What do you think is in the book that can help somebody?
I think in this book, there's this book is a timeless book, and the reason I've put varying stories is because one story or another will relate to someone out there. Definitely. And it might not be mine, and that's why I decided not to just have my story, because it's not everybody that might relate to me. Yes. So there's a lot of it. There's issues ranging from jobs and relationships and faith religiously and everything like that. So there is something that is out there to heal someone, and to remind someone that whatever you're going through, it's not you're not alone, and you can get through it. You can achieve the goals that you want to achieve. So
wow, that is just amazing. That's amazing. Well, you guys, definitely you can check her out. You can check Abigail out and get the book for sure. So I just want you to just share a little bit about I guess your journey, maybe of writing the book, or maybe how you were able. I love the example that you gave earlier on, that sometimes you think that for you to start something you have to have everything together, but it's just starting. But maybe you have started now, and now you have to actually apply, or to have that uninterrupted faith. What were the ways that you were able to do that? Like, what are the practical things that you did? Was it, I don't know, prayer, meditation, or just going back to what the goal, or what it is that you're believing for?
I think for me, it was important to really surround myself with the right people. It was so important. My friends were really amazing, and they held me accountable.
Definitely.
To have accountability for me, that was number one. Otherwise, I wouldn't have done this. Yes. And I think when I was writing the writing journey, sometimes I had to sort of like really just sort of like remind myself why I'm doing it. Remind myself what I'm learning from it, and what end goal I want to achieve. And so that was a big part of it. And sometimes I didn't feel like writing. Sometimes I didn't know what to write. I had those, the writers.
Wow. Okay, so now we're gonna do a little bit of fun question and answer. We want to know a little bit more about Abigail. Yeah. So you mentioned actually just before that you just moved to London.
Yes.
How has that been for you, and where were you based before?
Before I moved to London, I was in Northampton.
Okay.
But I've been moving for a while. But this was when I was still at my old company.
Okay.
So I used to move like literally every 6 months. Wow. So I got used to moving about, but I just wanted to sort of like settle down in one area. And all the areas I moved around were like villages or mid-towns, and then so I was like, what, I want to experience London.
And how are you finding it so far?
I'm actually loving it. I'm loving it.
Oh, that's good.
And even the place I'm at now was literally like a dream, because the house hunting, I love house hunting, I don't know why. But it's fun. It was fun.
Unless when you're desperate, that's when you're like, I need to find something.
Literally. But when this one came along, I was just like,
Yeah, wow.
Hook
really
me
love
up.
that.
Yes, I've been here now like about a year. So just over a year.
Wow, amazing. So yeah, and then is there somebody, I don't know,
Nah.
for those who want to know? Is there someone?
Well, I am data collecting.
Did you hear that, guys? Data collecting? Yes.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you know.
Oh, we love that.
All that.
We love to hear that. Okay, so obviously talking about the wonderful, beautiful book.
Yeah.
Where can we get it, and what? Okay, I'm gonna start with this. What can people expect in this wonderful book?
Do you know what? There's a lot you can expect from here. What I did with this book was, rather than just giving my own experience in life, there's so many different experiences about like 7 or 8 other people that speak in here. So you get to hear their stories, hear what they've been through, the you know, the struggles and the successes, and you get an opportunity to relate to at least one of those. So yeah, I'm really excited for that, because when I was reading what they said, I was like, oh my goodness, I did not know this about this person. I didn't even know they were going through this, and that's so like what I want people to be able to get from that. That you know, there's a range of people out there who've got similar experiences to you, and sometimes it just takes that you know, opportunity to sit back, write down what you've been through, and then just you know.
Wow, did you hear that, guys? So not only is Abigail sharing her own experiences, but there are even more people's experiences in this book. That's exciting.
It's exciting.
That's exciting. Alright, so where can we find the book?
You can find it on Amazon.
Yes.
It's ready to order now. Just go into Amazon, type Uninterrupted Faith, or you can actually go on my Instagram page.
Yes.
The link is in my bio, so you have the opportunity to get it straight there.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So before we end, obviously we have spoken about, you know, what kind of inspired you, but do you want to just dig a little bit into somebody who is, you know, watching and be like, wow, this girl, maybe she, you know, she loves, you know, going to different places, and she loves London like me, you know, people have related, but what was for you that just derived this book for you to say, okay, I'm going to write that book?
I think for me, first of all, like the book is inspired actually by a specific woman in the Bible.
Wow.
And for me, it was just, you know, the struggles she went through at the beginning, and you know, regardless of what she was going through, she still like pushed forward.
Yeah.
But I was also able to relate to her in a way, because I've also gone through a lot of struggle. I've lost people that were very dear to me, and it was really, really difficult.
Yeah.
So I went through like pain and you know, struggle, and you know, the idea of faith almost seemed ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, you know what, how do you have faith when you're going through all this stuff?
Yes.
So that's what I was trying to explore. Like, you know, how do you maintain, you know, how do you posture your mind in a way that propels you forward, as opposed to allowing that situation to keep you stagnant and trapped in where, you know, in a situation that you're in.
Wow, that's amazing. Okay, so I know that we'll actually get to know more about, you know, those people and stuff, but the woman in the Bible, I'm curious, who's that lady? Like,
oh, do you know that woman with she touched the hem of Jesus' garment?
The woman with the issue of blood?
Yeah.
Wow, I love that story.
For me, it was just because if you think about her situation, she was there like in an environment where people called her unclean. She's not allowed to be in that environment, and she just thought, I don't care what people say about me. This is why I said it's important. You know, what you register.
That's amazing. So have there been any obstacles that you have faced personally, and how did you overcome those situations, just in general?
Generally, I mean, I've been very fortunate, really. I don't think I've really experienced any obstacles. If any, the only obstacles I would say is me.
Wow.
Really, and you know, just getting the sort of like drive to continue writing. But I've been very fortunate enough to not have really experienced anything like that.
That's wonderful. Wow, that's amazing, guys. I just love that. She said the only obstacle, what was actually, it wasn't even, and it's not even an obstacle, it was itself. So guys, don't even allow people to be an obstacle, or things, or even yourself, to stop yourself from where you want to be.
Absolutely.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much. We hope to see you again. So guys, this wonderful book, it is ready for you to grab it. Thank you, Abigail.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.